this is a way of getting
Fat legs, I know it. Muscle.
the way to go.
Fat legs.
If you want to call
Hi, I'm glad you could make it.
Okay, we have with us now Kathleen Hicks. She's our City Council representative from District 8, which I believe we're in right now.
Yeah.
And it heads on down the south part of the city. And so I don't know what Kathleen's going to have to say, but I think we'll just let her go to it.
Yay.
Well, for once, you're going to have a politician that's going to be real brief. Mark, you feel me? Mark Beasy, I see he just walked in, or came in, and I just saw him earlier at a program. But for the past 2 days, the Fort Worth City Council has been meeting in a retreat, talking about what our needs are for Fort Worth as we grow ever larger. I feel like we're about to annex Oklahoma, but yeah. And we talked about, what are the most important needs of our citizens. And I kind of got into, let's say, a disagreement with some of my colleagues because they talked about obviously the importance of police and fire protection and those things that come that are just a part of the quote-unquote quality of life. But on that second or third or fourth tier, our staff talked about parks. And that really concerned me because I feel very strongly that parks and all those things are part of the quality of life that all of us deserve as Fort Worth citizens. And so I urge you, I'm so pleased to see so many people out today to stay involved. Make sure that we have these wonderful resources. I voted against, for instance, us having to pay to get into the Nature Center. I think everybody should be able to go into that area and enjoy it. And I was alone in that vote, and that happens quite a lot, actually, where I'm alone in some of these votes. But it's okay, because we all have to fight these battles, and I don't feel like I'm alone in it when I know that you are out there agitating right along with me. So enjoy the weekend and help us keep saving our parks. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Kathleen. Our next speaker is going to be Mark Vesey, who's also one of our state representatives, different district than who we heard from earlier. So, I heard him speak at the task force meeting the other day, and he had some really good points, and maybe he's going to emphasize that a little bit today, or has another message. I'm not sure, but
thank you very much. My name is Mark Vesey. I represent the 95th District in the State House of Representatives. Very happy to be here today. And I want to talk a little bit about the environment. Of course, everybody's been asking me about school finance because, of course, this is the 6th time that we've gone down to Austin to try to come up with the school finance solution. And I'll let everybody know that every time we light that little board up, who's down here has been to the legislature? Well, if you've seen the process and you know when you vote yay and nay, or when you vote present not voting, every time you press that button and we take a vote, it lights that board up. And every time we light that board up, it costs about $600 each time to the taxpayer. That's how much electricity that little board uses. So remember that when we're down there voting on school finance from an environmental standpoint of view. And also wanted to let y'all know a little bit about what I did last session from an environmental standpoint. Representative Burnham, Lon Burnham, who was also here earlier today, we were the only 2 representatives from the Tarrant County delegation that scored 100 on our League of Conservation Voters, and I was very proud of that. I think that is so important. I can remember coming up when I was in high school, and you would hear people talk about the environment, and people said that people that talked about the ozone layer was crazy. People that talked about global warming, it didn't make any sense. But now when we go through November, we go through December, we go through January, and we have very few cool days, and we see that all this glaciers melting all over the world. We see that what we were talking about a long time ago, that if we would have done something about it then, we probably wouldn't be where we're at today. And that's why it's so important that we start taking strong stances. And also, like it was mentioned earlier, I was at the task force meeting the other day, and I had written a letter to the Railroad Commission not that long ago expressing my concern, because I'd had several people in my district that had came to me that had expressed concern about the drilling, and really what I've been saying on that is that people need to feel safe. Before we start talking about any other things revolving around the drilling, about feet away from homes and different things, people need to feel safe. And right now, people and a lot of people don't feel safe. I know that my mom lives in Highland Hills. I think that Kathleen knows that, and they're starting to do some drilling near there. And also, my mother-in-law was evacuated in Forest Hill last week. My mother-in-law and 3 of my wife's brothers and sisters were evacuated from that area. And this needs to we need to have more discussions on this. And I'm actually working with the Railroad Commission to bring them here so citizens can ask questions. And when we get to that point, I want to invite you to come out to that. And of course, I'll let Don know. But I want everybody to come out and ask questions. And I want everybody to ask tough questions, because that's what government is for. In government, we need to be a little bit more transparent, and we need to start talking with the people more on this issue. But thank you for inviting me out here today. Very happy to be here. And I want to let everybody know, if you ever need anything from me or have any questions, to please call me. Thank you very much.
I guess we're just going to have a little break in the speaking and musical activities for a while. So, again, if you haven't had a chance to go around and visit all the groups that are represented here today, I hope you do so. They made the effort to come out here and show you what they had or what was on their minds. So I think that's pretty important. And we'll have some more music after a while, and I'm not sure if we're going to have some more speakers, but enjoy yourself.
I'll speak.